Hey guys, NCS Fan 001 here for another one of those weekly trophy list update videos. I'm recording this a lot later at night than normal. I'm usually trying to go to bed by right about now, but sleep is overrated, right? Anyway, this is for Monday, December 28th, 2020, and we'll have covered the week of December 21st through 27th of 2020. This is going to be the last update of the year 2020, so we are finally moving on into another year, and hopefully the next year is better for everyone. But in terms of trophies this week, there was a bit of progress made. Now, I do want to say I hope you guys had a great Christmas and Christmas holiday season. Mine was very good. Got to be with family, got to eat lots of food, got to see my dogs, and got some gifts. Mostly just money for saving up for my PS5. Whenever I end up, I have enough definitely to get it. It just depends on exactly when I can and want to get it. So it'll be sometime in 2021 that I will pick mine up. So that's a very good thing. But also, I got 2 cookbooks that I was hoping to get. One of those cookbooks is for Skyrim. It is from an author that has also written cookbooks for, I believe, Game of Thrones and World of Warcraft. So I now have one for Skyrim. But perhaps even more interestingly than that is a cookbook from the Victoria Rosenthal, I believe is her name, that wrote the Fallout cookbook. I now have one for Destiny. So yeah, there are going to be new recipes from 2 other franchises in the near future. I already see plenty in there that I'm going to try out. So yeah, Fallout recipes isn't done, but I definitely want to focus on these as well. So that's going to be a lot of fun, making lots of new recipes from other games. You guys get to continue seeing me fail horribly at cooking, oftentimes probably fairly simple meals. But yeah, I hope you guys had a wonderful break. I obviously was at home to where I didn't really have internet for the last few days. I had some internet to where I could watch videos, but couldn't really upload anything very well. Those of you who have seen some of my updates from over the past year from when I've been at home, you guys know just how bad that internet is there. But it's okay because, gave me a little break from everything, caught up on some videos, did some gaming, etc. But that doesn't mean that I didn't also earn some trophies this week in a total of 4 different games. So the first game is Heavy Fire Afghanistan. So with this game, I earned a handful of trophies earlier in the week, and we'll scroll down to them. So here's one of them for 100 headshots in total. You have to get a total of 300, so probably around halfway through that currently, because I'm currently playing through the game on Veteran, and will hopefully get through that Veteran playthrough this week. I should be able to. I mean, it should only take a couple more hours to finish this game. Just, ended up being pretty busy with everything else, so got that to do. 3,000 kills in total. I should have well over halfway through that, so that might just be a little bit grindy, but there's plenty of places to do it. Shouldn't be a problem. Same with the headshots. Then let's see. Already had that one. This one I haven't gotten back to that mission yet, so I'll do it when we get to that one particular mission where it's easiest. Then the destructible objects. I'm now done with the destructible objects objective. That one is very easy and very likely to unlock naturally while playing through the game, since you have to beat the game twice. Then you have to fire a total of 25,000 bullets, and I fired over 20,000, so I'll probably get this one by the time I complete the story a second time, so that shouldn't be a problem. And otherwise, okay, I think I would have gotten this trophy that other week with doing a mission without getting hit. This one is best done on the very first mission of the game on Recruit. On Recruit, it's very easy as long as you don't get knifed. There's like one point where you can end up getting knifed. So yeah, not much more to say about this game. Again, I was hoping I remembered the game being better than it actually is. So I guess my memory was just really fuzzy on that, because I thought this game was better than it is, but unfortunately it's really not, nor is it as fun as I thought it was. So I guess I'll just finish slogging through it and probably sell this Japanese version of it, because I'm sure someone out there will buy the Japanese version for another trophy list. But with that, I will have 3 of the 4 Heavy Fire games done. I still need to do Red Shadow someday. I know that it's not too hard, but it's a VR game, and it looks like actually terrible. So, the next game I worked on, Borderlands 3. What is that doing up here in CS? Well, thanks to Ghost last week, I found out that this game was on sale. The Season Pass was on sale, but only in the app. For some reason, only in the app and not on the main PlayStation Store. So because of that, I decided to pick up the Season Pass. It was down to $30, and I figure it's probably never going to go below $25, at least not for the next year or two. So I figured, might as well pick it up so I have something extra to start working on. And I didn't make too much trophy progress, but I have cleared probably half of this DLC total. So this is the first DLC of the game. It's the only one I've played so far. Mad Moxie's Heist of the Handsome Jackpot. You're going to a casino that was owned by Handsome Jack and the Hyperion Corporation, and basically becoming the new rulers of it and installing Moxie as like the leader of it, because I guess that she had it stolen from her from Jack, or by Jack, I mean. So the trophies are pretty easy in this DLC. You have to complete the story, which is going to earn you this gold trophy right here. It's the only gold trophy in the DLC. These 3 trophies are related to the 3 types of crew challenges in this DLC. There are statues that have to be destroyed, mayor's outfits that have to be collected, which I believe can only be done after you have completed the main story, and then destroying Mr. Torg's hot sauce bottles. So there aren't a whole lot of crew challenges because the DLC isn't massive. Like, it's one really big central area and like 4 or 5 little offshoot areas, so it should be fairly simple. It shouldn't be too much stuff to do overall. I mean, you can follow guides as to where all the collectibles are, so I'm not really worried about that. The only trophy I actually earned is this one right here, get a 21 in the Blackjack minigame. I didn't even know this was a trophy at first, but I just played the Blackjack minigame randomly just to see what it was, and I got 21 on my first play, and, you know, got a trophy with it. But obviously this is just a luck-based trophy. You get it eventually, but it might take you more plays than it took me. This DLC definitely has a lot to do with money. You need money to be able to play the Blackjack game. You need money to be able to access the VIP rooms if you want to go into them and complete challenges and stuff. But not a big deal. But as for the other trophies, down here you have 2 other miscellaneous trophies. The Clapstructor, I'm not quite that far through the story yet. I'm currently in that area, so soon I'll be able to go return and talk to him. There's no missable trophies, by the way, so don't worry. And the Wandering Debt Collector, I think, is currently now available. He's like a 1 in 10 spawn in the central area, so a little bit of farming there, a little bit like the Michael and the Jimmy Jenkins or whatever it was from Borderlands 2. Hopefully not as bad, though, as those. But otherwise, with the other DLCs, presumably this DLC, these 3 trophies are presumably story-related trophies. Then you have a miscellaneous trophy here. Presumably that's not missable. I would hope it's not. And then you have echo logs to collect, which I'm sure you could find on a video guide, as well as all the crew challenges and side missions. So basically 100% the DLC and do a few miscellaneous things. So this DLC looks like it's going to be a little bit more complicated. Then you have Bounty of Blood, which is a trophy for completing all the story and side missions and all the crew challenges. Then 2 individual trophies for the crew challenges and side missions, so that's kind of nice that you get, like, I guess 3 trophies from that separately. Then that is presumably a story mission, that is presumably a story mission, and that is presumably a story mission. And that is, so basically, looks like this DLC, yeah, so this DLC is literally just complete the story, all the side missions, and all the crew challenges. Okay, so that's actually very simple, no miscellaneous stuff there. Then Psycho Krieg, this is the last of the 4 DLCs from the first season pass. So presumably these first 5 trophies are all story-related trophies. Presumably they're all story-related trophies because they all look to be about the same level of rarity. This one is probably like either a raid boss or something tough at the very end of it. And then all the side missions and crew challenges once again. So at least they're actually having people do the crew challenges this time around because they didn't really have you do that in the main story. Then we get into Season 2. This is the first of, as far as I know, 2 DLCs with trophies in the second season pass, Designer's Cut, and the other one's going to be like a Director's Cut. So I don't know when that one's going to come out, sometime in 2021. Winning a round of arms race and exploring the complex isn't too hard, but apparently this one's really grindy, and supposedly this DLC is a little bit harder than the rest of them, and probably more on par with the main game, or maybe just a little bit harder than the main game, because the main game is like a 3 to 4 out of 10, mostly because there's still a lot of glitchy stuff in it. But yeah, so that is the update on Borderlands 3. We're finally getting back to working on it, even though it won't be able to be 100%ed permanently, presumably until middle of 2021, whenever the last DLC comes out. Then again, I thought that the Psycho Krieg DLC was going to be the last DLC, and it wasn't, so we will have to see what happens. Next up, Wolfenstein Youngblood. We are up to 81% on the trophies, and probably more than 81, probably around 80% of our playtime is done as well, because I'm at like 33 hours played, so I'd estimate that that's pretty accurate. So, trophy I earned this week was completing a mission with a co-op player. Just ran through the first mission with someone on my friends list, so we got through that very quickly on the easiest difficulty, nothing to worry about there. Then 75 enemies with takedowns, because takedowns are really kind of useless in this game. About the only kind of stealth that's actually useful is throwing knives at people. The takedowns just aren't useful because they take you out of your cloak and you always get detected like instantly, even though you can take down a lot of the tougher enemies. But got that one done, not too difficult. I have over 80,000 shots fired according to my stats, even though you can't calculate your exact number unless you add them all up, and I was too lazy to do that. So I have over 80,000 shots fired, so that's not difficult at all. Then got all these trophies done. Let's see, where are some other trophies that I haven't earned? Okay, all improved weapons upgrades. I only have 2 weapons left to obtain upgrades on. I need maybe 10,000 more coins, so I'm not too far away from doing that. All the abilities, this one looks like it's going to be the worst grind of all, just because you have to reach level 92, and I had been told you had to reach level 80, but it looks like you actually have to reach like level 92 to get enough skill points to obtain all the abilities, and unfortunately, I'm not sure if there's any better way to earn skill points than just keep replaying like the first mission and doing it stealthily on very hard or challenging difficulty. If anyone has any suggestions on faster ways to level up, please let me know, because I'm only like a level 85 right now, I think. So I need to go up about 7 more levels, and I doubt it's going to take me 7 levels to get the remaining coins and weapons levels. The power armor skins are a thing you have to buy, and you have to buy them with coins, so unfortunately that's another bit of a grind there. Then we have the trophies for, where are they down here? Mastery level 10 with all weapons. So I'm currently at Mastery level 9 with the pistol, the Sturmgewehr, and the Kugelgewehr. I have finished the Electrokraftwerk, the Laserkraftwerk, and the Diesel gun, as I always call it, is at level 9, so pretty close on that. Any hammer weapon, I finished the Uber hammer because that was the first one I got through. I'm currently, I think, level 9 with the Diesel hammer and the Kugel hammer, so the shotgun and the diesel explosive gun, fire gun, whatever you want to call it. And I'm only like level 7, almost level 8 with the laser hammer, so that's going to take a while to finish for that other trophy. The Blitzgewehr, I'm only like level 8. I'm a little bit behind on that. That's the submachine gun, probably one of the worst weapons in the game because you can't even dual wield it. The machine pistol, I'm at level 9, so pretty close to being done with it. And melee weapon was the first one I got. That one's very easy to get. And I got that trophy last week. Okay. So yeah, that's Wolfenstein Youngblood making progress. I might have it done this week, but I don't know. It's still, there's still stuff left to do in it. It's going to take some time to get finished. A lot of grinding, so we'll have to see if I have time to get through it this week. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Depends on other games that I want to play, but we'll have to see. Finally, we have Overcooked 2, and I have made some progress not just in the base game, but in the DLCs. So in the base game, of course, last week, in only 3 sessions, me and Blair managed to finish the entire story with 3 stars on all story levels and all Kevin levels, or Kevils, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, that really wasn't a problem at all. We did it in like 2 or 3 sessions without really a whole lot of difficulty. We only had to replay a few levels more than once. I mean, there were a few levels we had to play more than once or twice, but not very many of them because we'd already beaten it once on my alt account, so it was really not that bad this time around. We sort of knew what we were doing. There's still just a few trickier levels. So the good thing is you can do a lot of these DLC or you can do a lot of these base game trophies in the DLC, or at least make progress on them. So for example, I got this during the, what is it called? The Surf and Turf DLC. So 100 ingredients thrown into cooking pots, you can do that there and make some progress on it. We still have the Versus and Arcade Mode trophies though. I'm probably saving those for last because I know I can get those last with no problem. I've done, I think, 5 arcade games and 5 Versus games. So got a little bit of time to go on that. Then you have to throw 500 items, which I got that done, but I still have to catch 250 items, and I'm probably not even really all that close to that. But I think you can just throw back and forth between your characters if you're playing solo. Put 99 items into a trash can or garbage bin, whatever you want to call it. That shouldn't be a problem. And we'll have to see if I can actually get through this one and this one just by doing all of the DLC levels, which we probably will at least get through some of that. 300 plates, I'm sure I've done like probably over 200 by now, so that shouldn't be much of a problem. And then, of course, there is the Chop 800 items, which will also probably come naturally in the DLCs. So, slowly making progress on it. Like I said, I'm gonna do as much of the DLC stuff first before doing all these other trophies and see how much of it unlocks. Yeah, that's really all there is to say about the base game. Now, as for the DLC, We have now finished all the 3 stars in all the levels of Surf and Turf. This DLC has 12 levels and 1 Kevin level. And this DLC, really, aside from the very last level, is pretty easy and really no harder than the base game once you figure out the gimmicks of it. The only really tough level is the very last one, just because you're making both smoothies and kebabs, and the lower area where all the food preparation goes on gets washed away 3 times during it and keeps resetting to different layouts. So this one, that level can be a little bit tough, but for the most part this DLC is pretty easy. 3 stars on all 12 levels. You do not have to do the Kevin levels in the DLCs to get all the trophies, which is really nice, though that saves time. Because, I mean, this DLC only has 1, but the others have, I think, 3 apiece. I know that Campfire has 3. I think the Circus one has 3, and I'm pretty sure Hangry Horde also has 3. So thankfully you don't have to do those, but Hangry Horde has the Horde levels to deal with. Deliver every type of meal. You're going to get this one naturally just by beating the DLC for your first time. This isn't going to be a problem. There's like, I think 19 different meals you're going to end up serving. Just basically, you know, pancakes, smoothies, cakes, and kebabs and burgers, just different variants of them. So yeah, just 3 stars on every level in this DLC, and deliver all the meals is going to get you 5 of your 7 trophies. Washing the dirty plates and using the bellows are both really grindy, so we'll see about these. I don't know how much I'm going to have to grind out on these. The bellows one is really easy. You can just stand there and keep hitting it over and over again. But the dirty plates one, you actually do have to end up with, you know, having dirty plates. So I'll probably try to do this in some versus and arcade mode levels just to work on it at the same time. And then I've also started on Campfire Cook-Off. We have delivered every type of meal. We got this before the end of World 2, which is really surprising. So once again, just complete all the levels with 3 stars. You don't have to do the Kevin level, so there's a total of 15 with the 3 Kevin levels. World 1 is very easy. World 2 has been a little bit tougher because actually we couldn't get through one of the levels. Well, we only tried it like once, but we ended up being like a solid 100 points short on it, so I'm just going to try to do it solo. Actually, I think we're like 200 points short. So I'm going to try to do that one solo. It's like World 2-3. But we unlocked the Kevin level and beat the Kevin level, so that's cool. So yeah, 3 stars on all the levels, did all the meals already, which was quite easy, and that's actually an interesting image. It looks like that's showing a lot fewer dishes than there actually are, because this one has like 20-ish total when you count in all the different combinations of the breakfast plates you can do. And then you have to burn 300 pieces of wood and take items from backpacks, both of which are massive grinds because you have to chop the wood before you can burn it, and you have to take the items from the backpacks, which takes a very long time as well. So definitely a bit of a grindier DLC right there. Hangry Horde we haven't started on yet, but of course this is probably the hardest DLC due to having to survive the Horde stages with a full kitchen. But it's still no higher than like a 5 out of 10. And also the coal on the furnace is a pretty time-consuming one, though I think it's probably a little bit easier than the wood one. And then chopping items with the guillotine. We'll see how far we make it on that one. And then Carnival of Chaos, 3 stars on every level, deliver all the meals, fire from a cannon 100 times shouldn't be too hard, and add mustard or ketchup shouldn't be too hard. So it's going to be pretty cool to have this game done to 100%, and then eventually I will get the, whatever the other one's called, the Overcooked All-You-Can-Eat edition done. So, syncing up the trophies here with that, level 712, 61%, 19,798 total trophies, 483 platinums, 2,800 golds, 5,292 silvers, 11,223 bronzes. So, plans for the upcoming week. Probably will work on Overcooked 2 a little bit during the week, depending on when me and my girlfriend get to hang out at all during the week, because there's something else to announce that's going to be going on later this week. So that's Overcooked 2, and then Wolfenstein Youngblood, and probably also some Borderlands 3, and hopefully going to finish Heavy Fire during this time as well. I don't know what's going to happen with COD World War II. I feel like the group's kind of broken down just a little bit, so I may just end up waiting and doing that game later on down the line, because, I mean, it's still, you know, it's one of the newer Call of Duty games. It would probably be better to start working on Black Ops 3 first, just because that game is older. It's at 5 years old now. It was the last one that was released on both PS3 and PS4. So we'll have to see about that. Destiny 2, again, I just need to stop being lazy, but obviously I was busy last week, so I couldn't really make the time to do that. And it's going to be the same thing this week, because this week, me and my girlfriend, our Christmas present to each other is that we are going to be going to Tennessee for a few days. from Thursday through Saturday. So Thursday night, Friday night, Thursday afternoon, all of Friday, and about half of Saturday. Because it's not too bad of a drive. So we're going to be going up to Tennessee after work on Thursday. So we're going to celebrate New Year's Eve there, and then on New Year's Day, we got a couple of activities we're going to do, plus we're going to watch the playoff games, because that's the college football playoffs. Clemson's in it again. We're playing Ohio State again, so hopefully we can make it 0-5-0, 0-5, whatever you want to call it, just whatever that meme is, beat them for the 5th time in all 5 meetings ever. So that is going to be on New Year's Day, but otherwise we're going to be enjoying life up there, so probably I won't be able to do anything on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We'll have to see if there ends up being a stream or not. Depends on how late we get back. So next week's schedule is going to be a little bit off once again, but after that we should be pretty much back to normal when we get into the first full week of the new year. And then I'll log into GTA 5 again to get my free $1 million. That new casino, or not casino heist, but whatever that new heist update is with the submarine looks really cool, because you can launch like ballistic missiles from it and stuff and fight the other submarines. I actually kind of want to try that out and buy that, because I have more than enough money now. I mean, I know it's not needed for any trophies, but that would be kind of cool to have. It's just an extra operating base that can screw with the griefers that are flying around everywhere. So yeah, that's the current plans. I haven't gotten a platinum in like probably a solid month, which is probably for the better, because that means I have to get started on Far Cry 2's campaign, and I'm slightly nervous about the amount of collectibles and stuff and the potential glitches that you can deal with in that game. But I kind of want to get some of these other games done first, get through, Wolfenstein and Heavy Fire, and maybe some of Borderlands 3 and Overcooked 2, just try to make progress on all those first, and hopefully 100% Destiny 2 first. But currently, my current schedule, I'm going to pull that up now because I haven't updated you guys on it in a while. From December through January, I want to do Destiny 2, finish Destiny 2, maybe work on Call of Duty World War 2. I want to do Wolfenstein Youngblood, Overcooked 2, Borderlands 3, the DLCs that I have access to, Fallout 76's Broken Steel, I just want to see what it's like and play it for a couple days, and Heavy Fire Afghanistan. Then, starting in February, go back to The Division 1, because that game's getting old and it's only 1 trophy missing, as well as Destiny 1. Then in like March, maybe go back to Uncharted 4, and hopefully by then can work on, Far Cry 2. Then, I guess it would be like April-ish of next year, go back to Resident Evil 7 and start on Black Ops 3. And then May, maybe start working on GTA 5's DLC, its heist DLC. And then over the summer, go back to like COD Classic, Outer Worlds, the remaining trophies from Uncharted 3, and the remaining trophies from Shadow of the Colossus on PS3. But that's really all there is to clean up. So, I mean, there's not a whole lot of games left to clean up that I can do. And, as stupid as it sounds, I may try to, like, put in a request to whoever made Hasbro Family Game Night and Cabela's Big Game Hunter 2012 and see if they would consider changing those couple of online trophies so that I could actually finish that platinum as well as finish the whole Cabela series. I mean, it's a long shot, but you never know. Maybe someone will be nice out there. You just get an intern to go do it, change the coding for, like, 1 day, make it possible again, I don't know. But we will have to see on all that. That's all just very hopeful. But for now, working on a whole slate of different games and trophies and stuff to clean up. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. There will probably be a stream during the week, and hopefully there will be a stream on Saturday as well. So, I don't know what the stream will be this week. There's a good chance it'll either be Borderlands 3 DLC or more grinding in Wolfenstein, because you guys made that stream a lot of fun last week, and we had a lot of viewers for a Wolfenstein collectible and money grind that was pretty boring otherwise. You guys made that significantly more fun, having a big group there. So, once again, hope you guys had a great Christmas time and Christmas break, whatever you wish to call it. And thank you guys for tuning into that stream and for this video. Please like, favorite, share, comment. Let me know what you guys have been working on. Subscribe and ring the bell if you haven't already. And I will see you this week for more content, and hopefully next week will be much more normal.